Meantime, as the borders prepare to reopen, new COVID cases appear to be on the downtrend. The latest dashboard reflecting an additional 39 cases. 38 of them are right here in New Providence. The remaining one is in Abaco. The new cases putting the overall count to 2,585. The latest COVID-19 victim is an 81-year-old male of New Providence who died on August 14th, pushing the number of deaths to 59. Meantime, Deputy Chief Medical Officer Dr. DeLon Brennan discussing concerns raised over testing and the timely return of results from the Family Islands. Here's Lloyd Allen.
We have a gene expert machine on island in Grand Bahama that is being installed. The only delay was making sure that we had the appropriate testing facility to do it. So the machine is there, the cartridge is there to do the testing. And so very soon, we expect within the next week, that Grand Bahama will have its own on-island testing facility that is safe for, that is felt to be safe for the technicians themselves to be able to run, because that was a big part of their concern. But also it will help with speeding up the turnaround time on testing on that island.
Now, Dr. Brennan, back in July, there were issues of fraud among travelers who tampered with documents to change their COVID status. What backups can you tell us are now in place to reduce this kind of activity?
So one of the things that we have our team doing is actually, following up with the labs themselves to ensure that testing have been done on individuals. And then we have, as a backup and safety measure, even if persons were to travel and they had an issue with, whether it was a fraudulent test, our requirements now are not just that they can come into country on that test, but every traveler that returns to country also now has to quarantine for 14 days, which is really the protective measure that you want. And then upon completion of their 14 days, the law requires that they test at the end to ensure that they are not infected and not spreading it and not able to infect anyone else.
And also, in a scenario, once a person tests positive, when does their result actually reflect on the dashboard?
So now that we have cleared the concerned backlog that was within our laboratory testing systems, most of our testing actually is able to be reflected on the dashboard within 24 to 48 hours. So that's the turnaround time that we're experiencing now that we have testing facilities at the National Reference Lab, at Princess Margaret Hospital, where we have 2 machines. We also, in the private sector, have multiple places that have the testing facilities available. Everyone knows Doctors Hospital has been participating with us for a very long time, but there are other private sector facilities that now have PCR-based testing in place as well. So the overwhelming majority of persons are able to receive results and then reflect on the dashboard within 24 to 48 hours.
Reporting for the morning edition, Lloyd Allen, ZNS Network News.